No, I got to lean in.
Hey y'all.
We should have a when it comes to that boing.
I was trying to find a sound that was just like what, but I just got off work. So and it was an office day too, so I ain't have time. But what's going on, everybody? What's going on, Chase, Sammy, and Danny? Thank y'all for allowing this to do this today. We've been talking about it all day. You guys who watching been talking about it all day. It's a very big topic. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Taylor, April was here around 2:00 leaving messages. We're gonna call this a din and lean. We ain't at lunch. It's a din and lean. So get your dinner, whatever you eat, and tune in to what we got to talk about, which is somebody who I never thought that we would ever be talking about in this way or talking about ever. It's Miss I call her Robyn Dixon because she robbed us of some footage and some good content for season 7 of Potomac. So before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, then you would know about this because this came about 3 or 4 hours ago, posted it, and I see we got 20 folks in the chat. So shout out everybody that's here on short notice. Let's get into some things. All right. Do you want to brief us, Chase? You want me to brief? It don't really matter. We can go.
I want you to go ahead and brief the people, if you don't mind.
So unless you're living under a rock, during our yesterday, literally before we went on live for our Potomac weekly show, the podcast for Robyn and Giselle, Reasonably Boring, came out. And Robyn basically revealed that there was someone that one had been cheating on her, had an affair, TikTok messages, whatever it was. She admitted to knowing about this. And so many people were speculating like, saying like, oh, Karen was right. But then I also saw comments where people were saying, well, she wasn't right because it was a different woman. But let me just say this, baby. The key thing here is that one had somebody and Robyn knew. Whether she was blonde, whether she looked like Karen, that doesn't really matter. The point is there clearly was something. And the bigger issue is that Robyn withheld this from the season, the show. Allegedly, all this happened in 2020 during the pandemic. And it's now coming out. They have filmed the entire season. They have filmed the reunion. And now she comes out on her podcast, her and Giselle's podcast. And not only was that, but she was charging an extra $5 if you wanted the real tea on Patreon. So, yes, that is what has happened. There's been a lot of things happening today. I will say, if you are connected and you know anything about production and things like that, this is a big, fail. This is a big no-no. It's something you just don't do in reality TV. We've seen people do things like this and they be gone fast. So I don't know what's going to happen to Robyn. I know some folks been hoping for her to go, but if there's any time for her to leave, it's probably going to be now. We're going to see. Chase.
Pardon my French, but what a fucking idiot that Robyn Dixon is, okay? I want to say that for you, if you guys are longtime Real Housewives of Potomac watchers, you don't, as a matter of fact, not even long-time watchers. If you watch the Real Housewives of Miami, the first thing they do is play that pilot episode, season 1, episode 1 of the Real Housewives of Potomac from whenever that started, like in 2016. And Robyn's very first scene is her trying on her wedding fucking gown and then selling it. So you take us from this over the river and through the woods, then we don't get the story. Then you want to charge us an extra $5 on Patreon to get the story. You have a half-ass wedding. You were going to lump it on to somebody else's wedding. I am not here for Robyn Dixon. I said in the 2 episodes that I subbed this season that I don't like her. And it is, first of all, let me just backtrack. First of all, today my mama's birthday, y'all, and I don't know if she watched, but if she is, happy birthday, mommy.
Happy birthday.
I'm just going to go ahead and let the other 2 people get in, but what I want to say is, even though it's your birthday, mama, the best gift that I have received this year so far is being able to kick Robyn Dixon while a bitch is down. I don't like her, and I'm going to let her have it. Y'all go ahead. Well, only the beginning.
Cortez, I know you called her Robyn, but I'm going to tell you this. I don't feel robbed, cheated, nothing. If this gets her off the show, hallelujah, praise the God. I hope some more keep their lives from production. Because for 7 seasons, as Chase said, we've seen the same song and dance. And Like, you really had she really missed an opportunity here to have people connect with her. Really missed an opportunity to have people feel sorry for her. Like, come to find out, this is why she was in bed, knocked out with depression last season, and Juan telling her to get her ass up and clean, and you still marry this man after he cheated on you. He telling you that you depressed him, but he telling you to get your ass up and clean, and you still gonna marry this man. He's about a dumb. I'm not gonna say the word, but you know.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. I don't want
to. It for you.
Said
Chase just said the word for you already.
Right.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to disrespect. I want to be very. I don't want mean to disrespect women, but I go ahead.
It applies to her.
I do, because she's an idiot, Robyn. It was a big disappointment. She's been here for 7 seasons, and she's truly given us nothing. And now she finally had the opportunity to tell a real story. One that's been her main point since she got on here was her and Juan reconnecting. And you take that from us. I don't know if it was in defense to protect Juan, or if she didn't want to look stupid, because I mean, she was saying things like, well, I told him to keep in contact with the girls so she didn't go to the blogs. But then she also said, I was ready for the girls to bring it up and I was ready to discuss it. But then when it came up, she didn't discuss it. It's like Robyn, she's stuck in Giselle's shadow, and she's going to let Giselle just run her into the ground when it comes to this. Like Carlos said, she should have sat down with Giselle and they could have discussed it. Like, why put it on a podcast? A podcast that don't know fucking body even listen to, if we're gonna be honest. We only found out because of what she was talking about, and the blogs picked it up. When you could have put that on Bravo, and you could have had the people feel vulnerable for you and get you some type of connection, because the people don't like you. This was a chance to show that you were human and probably gain some fans, get you some Robins. But she didn't play it right.
She still wouldn't have gained me. I want to make that clear. She still wouldn't have gained me.
She wouldn't have got you?
No.
She wouldn't have got me
either.
either.
Felt for her.
I wouldn't have.
And then
that's a choice at this point.
And then the story that she given us, it's just more.
And then to attack Karen and call her a liar and make all this up. Like, I know my girl Karen can embellish something like them hats, but like, Karen was telling the truth.
I mean, yeah, she may have added her own sauce, but there was somebody that Juan had an affair with that Robyn knew. That's the context of it all. And you can use semantics and be like, well, she didn't say this, but I mean, it was said. And just to finish the entire season and the reunion and nothing like that's robbery. I mean, you may not like Robyn, or you may not like Robyn, but that's not something that you do, especially when you called out on it and you come out and tell yourself and say, "Oh, actually, it really was." That's foul.
I see why Wendy falling out bothered her so much. Why Wendy chuckling annoyed her so much, because it was true and it was
true. She knew.
And
just attacked Eddie last season.
Right. And another thing I call BS on with Giselle is because she claimed Karen was her friend with the whole Ray and the text stuff, but she was just doing it because it's your life. We need to put it out there. We're doing a show. But then the very thing she said when it came to this podcast, people were like, well, why didn't put Robyn's business out there? Because she's my friend. Robyn's truly her friend. Now we see that. So from this point on, Karen needs to handle that in the same manner. Like, y'all aren't friends, and they need to dig up some dirt on Giselle's ass. Like, letting her skate by. I want Giselle to get snatched next.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been on 10 all day because I have had boots to the ground on the situation. I want to know what I want to know what all is going on. And so what I will go ahead and say, just from some of the things that I've heard in the production community, like, the production teams on these shows, they go from show to show, city to city. They work with each other. They play, they do these things with each other. And everybody is pissed at Robyn over this one. Yeah. Not only that, let's break down. Well, first, before I get to the breakdown, not only that, today, Robyn is in New York filming Watch What Happens Live that is set to air this Sunday. That show most likely had to be rearranged because, from what I've heard, Andy did not play with her ass today. So we're going to go ahead and get into that on Sunday. I'm sure it's going to be one of the highest rated episodes in a very long time. But what I wanted to break down is just the unmitigated gall and audacity that she had to do what she did, right? So not only does she withhold this information from, production and the show, then she goes, as we've said on the podcast, and she mentions it. So then you direct traffic from the show to the podcast. But then once the podcast, the attention comes to the podcast, it is now, I will tell you behind a $5 Patreon paywall. Okay, so there are contracts. I don't really know the deal with the contracts. I call them 360 deals. As far as Bravo getting a cut of this and this and this and this and that, right? But listen, you sign a 360 deal and Bravo gets a cut. How many people do you actually think subscribe to the Patreon, and then once they got that bit of tea, it went onto the blogs, and now nobody has to subscribe? So that's a very small net of profit that she's made off of her own story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then, even if it is a 360 deal, how much money do you think that Bravo is going to get if they're getting a small percentage of that cut? So what you also did was you shitted on Bravo's ad revenue, you shitted on the ratings, and you took money out of executives' pockets. This is a bigger deal than people really know. And I have a theory. My theory is that she is either going to quit because of the whole impending situation with Juan, and she's out. She's doing a last cash grab, or she probably is going to get fired because this is a bigger deal than what the people really, really, really know. It's a really big deal.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't see them letting her go. If anything, I see a demotion, but I don't see them letting Robyn go for some odd reason. She's going to skate through
I can see a demotion. I can see them saying that, because I mean, realistically, didn't the reason Kenya leave that season wasn't wasn't she offered a lower role? That's usually what happens. They give them a demoted
They
role.
lowball them.
Yeah, and they be like, I'm not doing that.
Robyn's going to take the low ball.
She's not going to take it, child. I mean, at least she still better be under Giselle. I do want to say something too, though. So like, behind the scenes, T, this season of Potomac was actually, there were a lot of concerns with this season. I would say like production, while they were filming, they kind of felt like the season was fabricated, a lot of drama, but they felt like the women were not necessarily being themselves. They felt like it wasn't enough stories. That's why we see at the end of the season, we hear about Giselle and her fibroids, things like that. It was like, you can tell things were kind of made up, to happen, the lick in the box, just kind of like to finish, because the season really was over a while ago. They had the extended season, and this is my ears to the streets. And so, this is even involving production, getting involved and having calls them, telling them like, listen, we need more of this, we need more of that. So in the event that this was happening, there was already a concern, and you kind of withheld this information. I think that's like a bigger issue. So, I mean, I don't know what happened to Robyn, but I do think that, something will come of it in terms of like a cut or something like that.
Something's going to happen.
And I feel like, also, this show, unfortunately, has been built on going for husbands. I mean, every season it's always a husband scandal. 3 seasons of it was Michael, Darby. We had Wendy, we had Ray. And so it's just kind of crazy that Giselle was sit behind it, because if you listen to the podcast, she was saying like, oh wow, some little TikTok hoe, why not just block the hoe? I'm like, why not block Deborah ass? Ain't she a damn hoe at the bar? Why not block your ass? Just say, I mean, I listen to the podcast, and it's so hypocritical just hearing them talk about it like it's just nothing. Meanwhile, y'all have made so much of everything of these other marriages. Eddie, Chris, I mean, everybody. It's just crazy. So
they are hypocritical.
And the whole time it's been their man who's been.
It's been her man. Right, it's been Juan ass right here.
They are hypocritical. I'm sorry, Danny. I just wanted to say, go ahead, please, Danny, please.
Oh, sorry, and I agree with you. I've been saying it forever. I think if she's not fired or demoted, I think Robyn is going to voluntarily not come back.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Juan is going to allow her to be on a show where they're going to bring up his business. I don't think he's going to allow that. He already don't want to film.
He got a lot going on.
To film ever.
Karen has promised that it will come up next season.
I was just going to say, Karen, she said it.
Karen is waiting.
About Robyn's
and if she's a friend of the show, she's still going to get her ass.
Yeah, she's gonna get tore up.
Juan has a lot going on right now. Let's not forget about the allegations with the team and the sexual assault thing. Like, he got a lot going on. The Dixons got a lot going on. So they might as well take their little bit marriage with their used decorations and go on, because next season is gonna be a very rough season for Robyn. I feel like.
I wonder if they brought it up at the reunion.
No,
I doubt it.
Listen, well, you know what? I think that it does come up at the reunion, but she lies about it, because the girls were like giving knee-jerk, like true, honest reactions in real time to this tea breaking. It wasn't like, child, I told you. It was just like, oh my God, like what? And reactions. And so I think that she lied. And again, they're going to make Karen out to be the liar and
I'm sorry, Terry. I was referring to the Juan thing. I wonder if that came up. At
I'm sorry.
No,
Ooh.
that too, though. I wonder if the Juan
Oh,
thing.
the sexual assault thing.
Okay.
Because Andy
I
would
don't
ask
know.
like the other housewives if that was going
I
on.
mean,
Well, I
he
know
probably
she
gonna
would.
say that. He gonna say Tawanda from Timbuktu asked.
And it's really him writing it down before.
He's really Tawanda.
Andy calling in. Yes, I'm Tawanda. Oh wait, he better not use the black accent. Let me just. I'm mad.
Please don't use the black accent.
It's Andrika.
Andrika.
Andrika Kohana.
Kohana.
They're
Oh,
gonna
I love that
call
drag name. That's sickening.
And it's funny to think that they sat up there and did a live podcast for Reasonably Shady and didn't really give us nothing. But then they take their ass on there and do this outside of filming. That was a perfect opportunity there. Y'all could have had all kind of discussions around infidelity and repairing. Robyn's a dumbass. She missed a big opportunity in the place.
She really is. And, you know, as we said, they're hypocrites. You know, remember last season with Wendy, we don't believe that Eddie's cheating, but we just want to put it out there and get ahead of it. You don't put it out there. Like I said last season, you don't put it out there if you don't want it out there. They are the queens of that, right? So this is a prime example of if you don't want something out, you don't put it out, right? And I just think that it is just completely, it has to be addressed. It has to be addressed. And I want Bravo to know that we are sitting here watching you and seeing what you're going to do, because we have seen heads roll for a lot less, and something needs to be done. In the words of our brother Antonio, she deserves some discipline. It's well deserved.
She does deserve some discipline. She does.
That is the craziest thing that I've ever heard, and it is even more crazier when a person like Robyn gets on a show and only has like $12 in their bank account, allegedly, according to Little Miss Ashley. You get on there with absolutely nothing. This television show transforms you and your family's lifestyle. You seem to be living below your means, so you're making bank, right? And then you go and fumble it, like they just fumble it. Like I just don't. It makes no sense
not even
to me.
that. And then you got your credit so bad, I can't even put you on the house for me, but you taking your ass down here and getting hotels for a random bride out of Canada. And I'm still married.
But it makes sense to why she wants the prenup. You know, it makes a lot of things make sense.
It don't make sense.
Robyn,
you're not an ugly woman. Like Juan is a nice looking man, but you're not ugly. You can get somebody right.
Yeah, that's true.
In the words of Teresa Giudice, obviously there's something else.
Brittany says, looking back, why do y'all think Robyn defended Chris?
No. I've been said that Robyn was in on the whole thing, and that was probably the way she said that she would participate, is if she could be the defender of the situation.
I will say this. Robyn and Candace are true friends outside of the show. Now, how this will affect their friendship going forward, I don't know. Just because, you know, as Carlos allegedly said, you know, they came together with this whole Chris storyline. It was always fake. It never was real, never was true.
Yeah, so familiar.
And it seemed to be a distraction from what was really going on, to be honest. So I'm curious to see how she will proceed.
She should proceed the same way she proceeded when she stood by and let the rumor be done about Monique. She should proceed that way.
Well.
She said,
don't you get me in here to flipping stuff.
Right. You know, when you get brave, you know, Sammy online, and I'm not trying to get beat up in front of my daughter.
You know what? I've let that go. I'm not gonna say I have a newfound love for Candace, but Candace she's had a season that I am impressed.
Listen, y'all must know that me and Sammy are here today because of Candace and Monique. I was Candace and he's Monique himself. I had to drag him. No.
But look what happened to me.
Right. Okay, so listen, we got a few callers in the queue. I want to get some opinions. If you guys need to leave, then you can. If not, we'll keep it short and sweet. I'll put you guys on a timer because we don't want to be here all night. This is a dinner and lean. So
and I gotta go eat dinner.
I gotta go actually eat my dinner. I'm tired of eating popcorn. All right. So our first caller is going to be Taylor. What's going on, Taylor?
Hey guys, what's up, everybody? Listen,
what's your thoughts on this crazy scandal of a mess?
All I know is that it cured my depression today. The sun shone a little brighter. Okay. I'm not a fan of Robyn. I have not been a fan of Robyn for a very long time for the exact reasons everyone else hates Robyn, which is she's a loser.
That's enough for me.
Chase, I actually think you make a great point. I think that Robyn calculated this unveiling on the podcast, not only for a quick cash grab, but because it's easy to take this way out if she gets fired instead of quitting, because she's going to get roasted for quitting. And if she stays on the show, she's going to have to face the fire. And we all know that Robyn can't even handle Karen, let alone an entire cast and the viewership on her ass. So this is the easiest way for her to really kind of piss people off, get fired, duck off, and just kind of cash out a little bit. So I really think that she did it on purpose. And I think that if Robyn is fired, then Giselle needs to be held accountable and because she was complicit in the whole thing. I'm tired of her ass trying to be an executive producer and trying to protect Robyn. It's just time for the Green-Eyed Bandits to be done and discarded. I'm over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And that's all I got. Keep going with the show. I love y'all.
All right.
And you keep going too, Taylor.
Thank you.
You
All
are.
right. Thank you, Taylor.
Bye.
Okay. That was Taylor. I do agree with him on all that, actually, especially with the Giselle thing. I think Carlos said something about having to take the producer hat off. So I think it's time.
Like, she's got to.
They have to.
She's got to go.
Dig into her or let her go. And this way, it's not much she can really do. Ain't no more husbands to go after. I mean, G, but we don't care about G.
We don't care about that. And it's probably true, whatever G did.
Right. I believe
they gonna own it and move on.
Right. Mia gonna say,
we get it together.
I was there too.
It makes a lot of sense as to why they brought
like,
Sharice on there too this season and had Sharice pushing and carrying. They were trying to do anything they could to make sure that Robyn and Juan's situation didn't hit the net.
Yeah, they pushed to the wrong person because clearly she when they brought it up. So.
And Sharice was sweating like she was pushing.
Oh God!
I bet you.
We got another caller. I'm gonna get these two in here. All right, this caller is Lisa. What's going on, Lisa? It's been a long time.
Hello, my darlings. How y'all doing?
Oh my God, love of Lisa. You just said Lisa, not D, one and only. Honey.
We miss you.
Yeah, that's yes, baby. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let's get this started. I don't know why y'all not surprised. Okay, y'all come up here and everybody not. I don't know why y'all not surprised. This is Robyn. We talking about Robyn here, right?
Yeah,
she does this all the time. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want you want to bring up other people's stuff, but you don't want to bring up your mess. Like your man been cheating. Everybody know Juan was cheating. Like y'all remember, he said I would not be here if it wasn't for my kids.
He said
it.
He said that, and he did not want her. I'm just telling you, because she bringing bank into the house. Don't be thinking, she making bank. That she making bank off this show. Okay.
Absolutely.
And she might be making even more than he is.
She damn sure
so and I mean, let's keep this on 100. Okay. So ain't nothing. That's why she keep her hair blonde. Because I tell everybody, don't y'all remember what Tamar said about Vince? Vince love blondes. I'm keep my hair blonde. That's why she all wear that blonde. Cause Juan love blondes. Okay.
Juan love blonde.
Yeah, he loved the blonde. Okay. Okay, he loved the blonde. Okay, cause
let me go and give me a little blonde pack going.
He must like Michael too, because Michael. I mean, he got upset because what Kevin said, but you didn't get upset when Michael said he want to suck your penis. Now I would have got upset over that. I'm just saying.
There was no uproar. No,
it was not no uproar. That's what you should have uproar about. You should have got to say, Robyn, get out my phone with that mess, okay? That's what you should have told Robyn, okay? But he didn't do that, though. He started going off. So I'm not surprised by none of this stuff. They are going to do this stuff all the way. I'm with Chris Baxter said, you and your friend, y'all with this mess. Y'all been lying through the whole season. When it came to me, y'all want to jump on other people's husbands and drag it out through the season, but you ain't talking about your mess, though.
Come on now.
You ain't bringing up that your man been cheating on you, but you okay about somebody else's man cheating.
Again. Because remember, back in the day, and then current day. So, yeah.
Lisa, she need to go build a bridge, get over it, and tell the truth.
Show do that she show do, baby dog. I don't know why she mad. I don't believe they mad. You gotta show me a marriage certificate.
So we're gonna. I'm ready to see this.
I want to see the marriage certificate. I want to see the wedding photo. Now I want to see no wedding because they may be doctorate. They may doctor the wedding photo. You make it seem like they been married, because I don't believe they married. I believe she's still Miss Dixon from the old time. She was Miss Dixon, okay? So I don't believe that at all.
Dixon.
That's
I don't
Dixon
believe
one,
they
not Dixon
I've
two.
been telling people I don't believe they married. You guys show me
Not
some proof
Dixon,
that y'all
Dixon,
went
she's
y'all
Dixon.
walked down the aisle, baby.
Okay. All right, Lisa. We
Show
got
me
we got
some
we
proof.
got another call. Okay, I gotta get you up. Okay, because we
Okay.
Thank you,
But y'all do
Lisa.
know you
Hi, Lisa.
Cortez, you know Friday is the big day for me.
What day?
Your birthday.
It's my birthday.
Okay, y'all make your
Oh.
birthday.
Birthday tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, happy early birthday.
Agorpa be throwing me a party online, so I told him to throw me a party.
Wait, is it
He
where
said
okay? Is it
Send
a
us
link?
the invite.
It's gonna be online. It's gonna be on YouTube.
What's
Send
the
us the
link?
invite.
Send us a link. We'll pop in
Yeah,
if we
send us a link.
can.
Angel Agor. He gonna,
Oh,
you know Agor.
I don't know what it is.
We don't
Just
know
send me the
what
link,
it is,
okay? I got another call to get on, okay? Just send me the link.
Okay, I will, darling. Love
All right.
y'all.
Happy
Love my
birthday.
friend.
Oh my
Happy
goodness.
birthday.
My heart is so full today. I've gotten Taylor and Lisa.
All right, we got another caller here. It is Brittany. Hey, Brittany, what you got for us today?
Brittany.
Hey guys, how's everybody?
How are
Hey,
you?
Good
Brittany.
and you, darling.
Okay, so I'm going to be quick too. I agree with what everybody said about Robyn, and this is coming from somebody who thought that Robyn had potential without Giselle. I am so disappointed in her. Robyn is complete trash. So I'm going to go in on Giselle right now. I think what pisses me off is I get it. Giselle is Robyn's friend. So realistically, is she going to air Robyn out? No. But for Giselle to get herself on this season and make Candace's life hell over Chris is so hypocritical to me. It's unbelievable. And I just automatically think of the white party in Miami when they were trying to force Candace to talk about the rumor. And Candace basically told them, I'm not discussing a rumor. What's next? And for Giselle and Ashley to kind of turn it on Candace and say, you're defensive and you don't want to deal with your issues. And they were sitting on this, like, I just think it's just absolute trash. And then to add Wendy into it, they're pissed at Wendy for defending her husband over another lie, to the point where they were literally making excuses of Wendy being assaulted this season. Like, it's absolutely insane. I've always said that Giselle is just a lazy housewife. I think she's overrated. I know a lot of people don't think she'll be fired, but at least a pay cut. Something needs to happen to Giselle. Like, it's just too much.
She has to be
gone
disciplined
too
too.
Yeah, like, she's gone too far and she's too comfortable, and we're bored and we're tired of it. So they're both just trash. And also fire Ashley, because I'm sure Ashley knew. And for Ashley to not be an equal opportunist anymore and basically be Giselle's puppet now, just let go of Ashley too while we're at it. Fire Robyn and Ashley. And that's all I have to say.
Oh, there'll be a shake up, child.
Shake
Yeah.
it.
They need it.
And bring me on the cast. I got some things to say.
Whatever
No,
y'all
don't
do,
put me
don't
on
pull
this show.
Sharice in full time. Don't pull Sharice
Please
in. Out.
listen, CJ, do not say that. I don't want. Let me get out the screen. I don't want nobody getting any ideas.
She bad.
Bring Sharice
y'all.
as a replacement, please. Okay.
Karen said she want her to come back too.
I don't know. Okay, Brittany.
Karen
Thank
said she
you.
got something for us.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, Brittany.
Thank you, Brittany. All righty. What you got for us, Mel? You got to be quick.
Oh,
out. I saw you come in the queue last night. Let me get him in here. How are you?
Hey, Mel.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
All right, all right.
No, I just, you know what? I agree with the callers. I agree with them. I just think that for me, Giselle and Robyn are jokes. I really, and I think for me, I don't know how on this cast, the other girls, the other women don't understand that the women that are asking the questions are the one that should be getting questioned. Because we have Ashley, we have Robyn, and we have Giselle. They never answering any questions, but they asking all the questions. I don't see how they don't just laugh in their face. So if you're going to ask me something that's shady, and you know, now this come out right now. This is not a shock to me. Y'all hide all your secrets with each other, but yet you want to get in somebody else's business and make up lies on people. So I think that for me, I think that if they stay, and it's no big shakeup. I need Candace, I need Karen, I need anybody else who's not Ashley, Giselle, and Robyn. When they start getting shady, asking these stupid questions, they need to laugh right in their face because you can't take them seriously. They're not even playing the game fair right now. And I think that when Wendy was reading Robyn last year, that was why she was so sensitive this year, because she said you don't have a relationship with Juan. That was the big issue that she was getting her feelings when she was touching herself on the couch. She was mad when Wendy was really talking. Well, that's what she did.
I try to forget about that because Asia always brings it up.
You know what?
I don't like to talk about that couch. Oh,
listen, it's burned in my head. It's burned in my head, so I'm going to bring it up. But I think that for me, that's why she was mad with Wendy this year, because she was basically Wendy was getting very close to her truth, and she was about her fake relationship, basically, in my opinion. Yeah, I just think it's disgusting. It's really disgusting. And I need the girls to really step up and just, you know, soon they start asking questions about businesses and marriages and children, they need to laugh right in their face in that moment, because I can't take you seriously. You're not giving me anything but lies and deflection and all this kind of problem. So it was crazy. I saw this yesterday. I was like, no, this damn green-eyed, half of the green-eyed band, and then I get up here and lie the whole damn season. This shit's crazy. Excuse me, this is crazy.
Yeah, I completely agree.
So that's what I got to say. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Mel.
Thank you, Mel.
Bye, Mel.
Thank you, Mel.
I'm getting so nostalgic. It's just up here again. It's been a while. I did a live show and see all the faces of the people. Dr. C in the group. I just chat. Everybody I just so full, girl.
We had a nice little turnout.
It changed. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you would want to be on the Jersey panel, you could have, but you don't want to be on Jersey panel.
Because all I'm gonna do is say Teresa's right, Teresa's right, Teresa's right, Teresa's
Well,
right.
This is an announcement for the world to hear right now. Chase is going to be actually hosting Atlanta this season. I'm stepping down from Atlanta this season.
No, you can't give me no bullet. We'll talk. We'll contract negotiations. We'll have contract negotiations. But what I did want to daggone say is, oh Lord, you got something to talk about the thing.
And Meriton Medicine was renewed, so they're gonna be back. Y'all faves.
We'll be back for Meriton Medicine.
Sammy Chase. It's gonna be
Beverly Hills got renewed. I'll be back for that.
Beverly Hills, child, and Reynolds gone. Hallelujah. Yeah. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and lean out. We're at our time for this. Thank y'all for tuning in on such short notice. Such a great turnout. Thank you to our callers, Mel, Lisa, Brittany,
Taylor.
And Taylor. And Taylor was supposed to call in today, so didn't expect that, but a really great turnout. To close, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen to Robyn. I know that in the production Bravo world, it's a lot going on. This interview on Sunday that comes out after the finale, it's gonna be interesting. And I'm just curious to see what happens going forward with Robyn, because this is a big no-no, to be honest. Like you can't just be throwing stones at glass houses, baby. That's clearly what her and Giselle was doing for the last 7 seasons. Let's just say that, especially has on this. So kudos to them. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Chase, Sammy, Danny, for doing this. And our callers again, thank you to those in the chat. I can't call out everybody's name, but if you're watching right now, thank you. And let us know in the comments, if you're watching the replay, what you think about the situation and how you feel Robyn should be handled. Whether she should or should she be let go for free. I don't know. All right, y'all. Like the video and see y'all next time, okay? Good night.
Thank you.